How's it going, everyone? I'm Daniel Rodriguez, and it's time to review another movie. This time, it is the latest animation movie to come out in 2016. This is the first official, man. A few weeks ago was Norm of the North. I think everyone could just, that never happened. Oh no. But this, man, this is what I think to be the final installment into the Kung Fu Panda series. Now, they have been saying, we could do more in the future, story of one complete journey, but I think this is the perfect way to end. I have not seen Kung Fu Panda 2. I've seen Kung Fu Panda 1, and now I saw, the latest one, the third one. This movie, of course, returns Jack Black, Angelina Jolie, Seth Rogen, Lucy Liu, new add-ons, Bryan Cranston, J.K. Simmons. The talent that they get, man. Bryan Cranston, who plays Poe's father, Jack Black, father in the movie, and then J.K. Simmons, who's the villain in this movie, which he was really, really good as the villain, man, I'll tell you that. So, anyway, I'm not going to spoil nothing for you guys. I'm not going to spoil the movie. I'm just going to give you the pros, the good stuff, going to give you the cons, the bad stuff, tell you whether or not you should go see this movie in the theaters, or just, if you're watching this down the road, whether you should rent it or not. Is it worth the hour and a half? Is it worth the time to sit down and watch this movie? I'm going to tell you right now. So thank you for joining, clicking on this vid, and let's get right to it. Here is my non-spoiler review for Kung Fu Panda 3. Walking out of the movie, the one thing that stayed on my mind was the animation. The design, the look was so brilliantly done. The action scenes in here are fantastic. The way that just the whole animation, it's very colorful, it's very bright, it's very good looking to the eye, man. It seriously is. And the voice acting in here is strong. Two in general, like I said, Bryan Cranston, the way his voice acting is and the dialogue they give him is really strong. You feel it. And J.K. Simmons, the way that he does his lines and the way that he uses his voice, and he has a really awesome voice in here. Master of Vengeance, Maker of Widows. I worked with Oogway. The way he just does it all is J.K. Simmons is awesome. If you haven't seen Whiplash, watch that movie. One of the greatest movies of the decade, man. Maybe of all time. Definitely on the top, 50. Whiplash is fantastic. So J.K. Simmons is a fantastic actor. Yes, he's that guy from the commercial, whatever, Allstate or whatever, one of those. But he is awesome. And he was awesome as from Spider-Man as well, many years back. But him and Bryan Cranston are probably the best add-ons you could give to this franchise. And this franchise was never dying or anything. It is a very well-made franchise. Even though I haven't seen the second one, now it makes me want to go see the second one. Like I said, the voice acting, Poe, everyone, the whole cast is strong. Angelina Jolie and Poe have some amazing scenes in here, man. I literally... The way it's done, again, the animation and the look and how fast the action goes, the Snake, Lucy Liu's character, is just going everywhere. It is very, very well done. As well as the music for J.K. Simmons' character, Kai. It's the Imagine Dragons, I'm So Sorry. It's like, dun, 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 dun. But it's like that, but that's his theme song. So every time he's on screen, dun, 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 but it's very well menacing at the same time. And the way he has his chains, he's almost like Kratos from God of War, and he's like, she's like swinging it around and everything. He is Kai, the villain in the movie. For me, I'm not a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old. I'm 18, but I'm still scared of this guy. Like, if I was 10 years old, I would be freaking scared. The things that he does in this movie, how haunting it is. And I've heard of people's opinions, he wasn't scary, he wasn't, from my point of view, I would say that he really creeped me out. Every time I feared for the characters when he was going after them, or in certain moments, I feared for the characters because I am attached to these characters. Dustin Hoffman, as well as in here, man, very brilliant job. He's an amazing voice, man. I love it, man. So, definitely for sure, fantastic voice acting. The animation is perfect. The action in here is well done, especially the final boss battle of the movie. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I cried in this movie 3 or 4 times, or more than that. where the tears started falling down just because of the message and the family message, how Jack Black and Bryan Cranston, how it's an animation movie and you cry, and of course you cried Lion King, Finding Nemo, you cried in many animation movies before, except Norm of the North. But other than that, I mean, you do cry in this movie, it's emotional, and again, I haven't seen the second one, so how am I attached to these characters? I just am. It's instant like that. They're so likable, they're so lovable, you care for them, you want them to kick booty. In this case, there's kids here. I didn't say ass. But, you know what I mean? It's just seriously, it's well done, and the message, because it is all about, like, I want you to be a panda. You need to know who you are, Poe. So that's where Bryan Cranston's characters come in, and I mean, it just goes on from there so perfectly, because there is a lot of family message in here. There is a lot of that where I was noticing, and I was like sitting down like, oh, I know every movie has a message, but this is like thrown in there, like, I mean, literally every time it's like, you're family, we're family here, do this, you know. And it's not that much of a bad thing, man, but I still say that it's very perfectly done, and just the message about being with family and knowing who you are, that you need to find out who you are. That's basically what it is for Poe, this journey around. Also, all the other little pandas in here were so cute. Kate Hudson voices Mimi. Very cute character, very funny. I thought she was really cool. The one that danced, the ribbon and everything, that was really awesome. So it's a very funny movie, but yet the only bad thing for other, you know, adults, us, you know, not young, not like 10-year-old, you know, 5 years old, nothing like that, like, because it's meant for kids. But going in here, there are funny moments, yes, and I laughed quite a few times when another adult wasn't even laughing. But there are a few things where there are just kid jokes, obviously, and it wasn't funny. Where he's like, I think I just peed a little. Every, you know, kids laughed at that, even in the trailer. I never laughed at that. Not even adults laughed at that. It was just kind of like, oh, like, there are just kid humor moments, and there's a lot of kid humor in here where you're not gonna laugh if you, because it's that stupid sort of kid comedy where the kids laugh when he does something stupid, like, say, like, walking on ice. Oh, I fell! Like, it's just one of those sort of, like, moments like that. But for the most part, I laughed a lot, but then there were those kid moments where they just, it wasn't needed, like, they add something stupid to it, like, all the dumplings, and then, like, I don't know, he does something stupid sort of thing, and it wasn't really added, but they added, like, oh, maybe the kids will laugh here, and they just add it there, and it's kind of like, it was stupid the way they added it. That happens a lot in this movie. Also, without spoiling the ending, I will say that it is a perfect way to end the Kung Fu Panda series. I'm okay if they don't make any more Kung Fu Pandas. Would I like to see more in the future, with Poe and the team coming back and doing more? Yeah, I would. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind a Kung Fu Panda 4. But I think just for right now, this is a perfect way to end the series. Don't be like Fast and Furious where they add more and more and more and more and more and more. This is a perfect way to end the series. So, you know, end it while it's good. Don't ruin the franchise. But if you have a good storyline for Kung Fu Panda 4, if you have a good another message to do, then power to you. And the not so good stuff, like I said, it's very, very not funny at times where they just add stupid little moments for the kids to laugh. Sure, it's good for the kids, but for older people, you're just kind of sitting there like, oh, okay. And the storyline is predictable. If you're older and you have a brain, you know what's going to happen. You know, you even could predict the lines that they're going to say. When they're saying it, you're like, I know how he's going to finish the sentence. It's that predictable. It's a very predictable storyline. You know, like, go over there. Send word to the other villagers. Yeah, they're not coming back. Like, it's just so predictable on what's going down because it just is, if you have a brain. So that happens as well. And parts of the story just wasn't interesting because I found myself sitting down and I was amazed by the animation and the voice acting and the characters. But at a time, the storyline just got very dull and very slow and boring at times. It really did. Where at a few times where I just felt like, oh, it was a good movie, and now it's just kind of like, oh, like you're just sitting there like, okay, I get it. It just kind of goes slow for a little moment there, where it's like, yeah, if I saw this again, I could just like, you know, fast forward a little bit. Because there are a few parts in the storyline that you just don't care about. There are a few little things that just, it's there. Some parts of the story just didn't work for me. But other than that, I'm going to end up giving Kung Fu Panda 3 an 8.1 out of a 10. It's a very good movie. It's not a great movie, but it's a very good movie, man. I really do recommend taking your kids to see it in the theater. So is it worth watching in the theater? Yes, it is. Make sure your kids never see Norm of the North. This is a way better alternative. So I think it's the first great animation movie. It's my favorite animation movie of 2016 so far, because it's the first one. But man, I really recommend it, guys. Have fun. Take your kids, take your brother, take your sister, take your grandpa and grandma. Take it, man. Go see this movie. It is hilarious at times. Sometimes you're older, it don't work. But if you have a light heart, you have a child inside you. You know, you're a child at heart. You'll get some things, man. You will. And it's just a good message, a good time. It's an hour and a half or something. It's quick. At times, there's a little slow pacing, but it will, by the time you're out, you know, you're like, oh, man, that was already an hour and that. Wow, okay. We're done. All right. You like your kids that like it. You want ice cream? Well, too bad. I don't have any money. Spent it on the movies and your damn popcorn. Good thing I didn't get to see the whole movie with kids, because I saw it on a Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and they're at school and everything, the kids. And, like, this one guy who's, like, 50, 60 years old, an hour into the movie, he just walks out. I don't know why he walked out. He never came back. I was surprised he never came back. I don't know whether he had to step out or something. And I was literally, there's 3 people in the theater with me. 3 people. 1 kid and 1 father and the older gentleman, and that was it. Like the 60-year-old watching Kung Fu Panda 3 all alone at the bottom. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, very awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Make sure to hit that like button if you liked the review, or if you're excited to go see Kung Fu Panda 3 now. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought about the review, and tell me what you thought about Kung Fu Panda 3. I'd really like to hear your thoughts and comments, man. Make sure to share the video and like my Facebook page down below. I'll be seeing a lot more movies. Basically every movie that comes out weekly nationwide, I'm going to be seeing. I already got my tickets for Deadpool. That's next week. And expect reviews coming up very soon for Hell Caesar, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, and The Choice. Until next time, bye-bye.